Ian, a fantastic 2-1 victory here at Rugby Park. You must be delighted.
Yeah, really pleased, because for 20 minutes, 25 minutes, it didn't look as though we were in the game, and we managed to pull a goal back and fully deserve the win after a second half performance that was everything that we'd spoken about before the game.
It was interesting. It was almost a game of thirds, wasn't it? Because the first third of the game we were poor, first 25-30 minutes, but for the last hour of the match, I thought we were by far the better team.
I thought so. I thought we, once we realised that we had to scrap and really fight hard to get a foothold in a game, we didn't do that. And their wide men were going to cause us problems, but they were carrying it 60-70 yards without a proper challenge on them, and that can't happen. And when we did win the ball back, we weren't using it as well as what we could have done, and there was no cohesion. But that happens in games. You come away from home, you've got to go and deal with that. And with the individuals we've got in the side and the squad, I thought we dealt with it and managed it well ourselves without the coaching staff having to say stuff at times.
What was the actual catalyst, do you believe, from almost like flicking a switch after 30 minutes, where for that up to that point, as you said, lack of cohesion, but from that on in, you almost pinned in Kilmarnock into the last field?
It happens in games, and you have to realise that you're not going to get it all your own way, and sometimes you have to dig in, and sometimes you have to pull people about to help you, and we weren't doing that. We played a little bit as individuals, which has not been like us of late, but we got there, and we started to use our strengths, and we defended well. And then when we won the ball back, we used it better, and we put it into areas that they didn't enjoy defending. We got people in the box. The energy from midfield, from wide areas and the middle was a lot better, and the forwards started to get a hold of it and started to link, and we looked at a totally different side then.
It's a hard one to toss up. I was going to ask, was that your best half as a Motherwell manager? Maybe a close one between the second half against Accies and that one today, but for all the first 30 minutes were poor, the second half I thought, fantastic, tremendous performance.
I just thought, it's shown a resilience that maybe earlier on in the season, 1-0 down, there wouldn't have been that belief to come back, and we've gone and done it at a tough place, who were, they were lauding a new manager, and we knew it wasn't going to be easy coming here, but we stuck to it, stuck to the task, and chipped away and got our result. I was pleased that Piero went on one of his breaks into the box and one landed at his feet, and the more he makes those runs, the more chances he'll get. And I keep saying he should have more goals on his goals tally than he has done. Scotty was unlucky on one or two efforts. Unbelievable save from Samson there, and I was pleased it got given as a corner because I didn't think it was going to, but that was going top corner. And Lee Irwin, he had 2 or 3 chances and eventually he put one in, but and he deserved that goal for the endeavour he's put in the last few weeks, and I was pleased for him. But he's also got to realise that there's 1 or 2 other players that could have a little tapping at the back stick if he gets his head up more. So there's lots of stuff we can go and work on, but pleased that we got the rewards. It's
an interesting point you make about Irwin, because he's been fantastic the last couple of weeks, and you mentioned those things. I think it was Scott McDonald in almost all the cases was waiting for the tap in. Do you think that comes from A, probably his youth, but B, his desire to get a goal, because he's not scored since his mum game, the first game of the season? He's probably just desperate to get amongst the goals.
There's no lack of effort there. You know what you're going to get from him. The encouragement, your guidance you give him, he's going to give you 100%, and sometimes it'll go for him, sometimes it won't, but he'll never give in. I love that about him, and again, since I've come in, I've noticed that in training, not one training day has gone where he's left anything behind, and for me it's great raw materials to go and work with. As a coach, he's someone you can go and develop, hopefully, if he listens and takes it on board and listens to people around him as well. He's got the experienced players there that want him to do well.
He falls at the top drawer, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's a superb finish. He's jinked his way into an area. He's moved the ball well. He's got pace. He's got power. He's got to learn how to utilise it better. But he's got the people around him that can go and help him.
That's 10 points out of 15. It's probably the best run of the season so far. The fans responded as well today. You can see that you celebrated with them at the end of the game. You can tell it means a lot to everybody here.
I enjoy winning games of football, so do they. They enjoy supporting a team that are winning, and it makes a massive difference when they know that they've got players on the park, a team on the park that are unified, that are working really, really hard to make sure this club's in this division, and together, if we carry on as we are, we'll achieve it.
Is it frustrating that you've come off and found out Ross County won again?
Well played. It was one of those that you look at and you think Dundee United have, since they sold the 2 players, that they've hit a bit of a patch. Ross County are on the up, so they're riding on a crest of a wave at the moment. But for us, not going to bother about anybody else. I'll keep saying it, keep reiterating it. It's all about us, and we're picking up the points as well, and we'll drag others down.
St Mirren on Tuesday, they lost against Celtic last night. You've got a 7-point gap on them. I'm sure you'll be anxious to make it 10 because 10 gives you the platform then, as you mentioned, to really go after the teams above you. We're desperate to,
and we know that we're coming down to the final 7 games, and they're all against teams that are around us. And as each week goes by, every game goes by, things will change points wise, the way the table looks, and people will get anxious. But for us, concentrate on the next game, Tuesday night. If we can work hard, if we can go and play with a desire and cohesion and brightness with the ball, we'll win the game. If we slacken off, if we turn up Tuesday expecting to win it without working hard, we'll come unstuck.
Good luck.
Thank you.